Hey, what's going on, internet? Josh Noel from SonduckOne. So the title of this video should say something like the biggest fail in Call of Duty history, something along those lines. And I definitely want to say that, I'm not sure if this is the biggest fail, but it is pretty bad. And I don't want to spoil it, but in my 10 years or about 10 years of playing Call of Duty online, this is definitely the biggest fail that I have ever had. And I'm pretty sure, that probably 99% of the people playing this game have never had a fail this bad before. So definitely, I think it's worth sticking around. I'm not going to spoil it just because I think it'd be more cringeworthy a little bit later when we see it. But it happens, maybe after this game or during the game. But basically, this is a 32-0 gameplay. I go flawless, and then the biggest fail happens. So we'll go take a look at that. But of course, this is pretty much a good game. I mean, I go 32-0, and I want to talk about how I did that and get some value out of this video before we get into the fail of this game. So basically, anytime you go flawless, you gotta understand that it is not really an easy thing to do. No matter who you're playing against, there's always mental errors and things. People on their team might get lucky, but I want to go ahead and talk about how I went flawless. So those of you who need a little bit of help or whatever, maybe this can be helpful for you guys before we get to the fail. So basically, what I like to do on this map, and I like to hang out on the right side of the map, which is basically the side I'm on right now, and I like going back and forth between each of the spawns, each of the buildings, and really because I really know this area very well. And I have a lot of experience playing it. That's why I stay on the side of the map. And my first tip, I guess, is to kind of stick to areas of the map that it's good to. That's why a lot of people jack of all trades don't really do so well in life, supposedly. And that's because people who do well in life kind of specialize in one thing instead of trying to be good at everything. So when you specialize on one side of the map, you can usually perfect it and do well. Of course, you need to be aware of when to change things up, but that's my first tip. And secondly, understand that I usually am in cover, or I have the high ground advantage because I'm jumping around, or I'm using what the game has given me, which is jumping around abilities. So you can take that to your advantage. And I took care of those two guys underneath the stairs, which I don't understand what they were doing down there. But I have my combat focus up, and using combat focus is fantastic. If you want to get your score streaks really quickly, it's not. I don't think it's a lot of fun to use, just because I think other specialist abilities can be a little bit more fun to use. But and plus it can be a little stressful to use combat focus because you really can't die. And when you do die with combat focus up, it's totally it's bad. It doesn't feel good. But being able to get like maybe 2 less kills with combat focus to get your high score streaks can be huge. Can save you a lot of time, and it can be great. So another thing is I don't do a lot of I'm not doing full rushing into their spawn unless I know it's kind of clear. So as you can see, I'm kind of in their spawn here. I'm not going to rush them too much. I kind of stayed up top and waited for that guy to come to me before I went to him. So that gives me the advantage over him because, I'm expecting him a little bit more than he is expecting me. So that gave me the advantage, and I don't know what tip number that is. That might be tip number 4. And another thing I like to do is I like to use engineer and destroy enemy equipment, which basically gives me more points to my score streaks. So I can get my score streaks even faster, and it can be awesome. Just, 50 points can give you, a Wraith or whatever you're looking to do. So it's pretty good. And then right here, as you see, I'm kind of going back and forth. There were some red dots over there, but I'm not really forcing too much. I'm kind of seeing what's happening. I see that my teammates are over there, and I'm observing the map because, I'm trying to figure out where the spawns are, and so I don't have to rush too much into their spawn, and then we do a spawn flip in team deathmatch, and then I have to run across the map. So one thing I'm always looking at is where everyone's at on the map before I make a decision. And since I don't really have a clue kind of what's going on, since I think the spawns are changing so fast, I'm not forcing anything too much. But right now I'm going for the rush here, and since I feel like that was the right time to make a move, I only walk out of it with 1 kill. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm flawless at this point. I don't know I think I might have 30 kills right now. I don't know, but 25. Okay, yeah, I was way off. I have 25 kills right now. And I'm still doing work, and things are going really well. And as you can see, I'm continuing to stay on my side of the map, and that's huge. I mean, just knowing where the side of the map that you want to hang out at, going back and forth. It's not really camping because, I'm kind of running back and forth here. I'm not really in a corner. I'm trying to figure out where enemies are at, and basically at this point I'm doing really well, and then I see an enemy and I over jump it and I killed myself. So that was a 32-0 gameplay. I didn't want to. It's not really. That was the biggest fail ever in my Call of Duty history. I mean, to be flawless that high and kill yourself via mistake because I'm trying to confuse an enemy. That was terrible. That was the biggest fail in my history of Call of Duty probably. So I mean, flawless and you kill yourself. That's ridiculous. And as you can see, as I was playing so well, and now basically my entire game is thrown off. I'm not paying attention anymore. I'm mad, I'm upset. I'm mad at myself for that mistake because I was trying a little too much that I shouldn't have, and my accuracy's off. There's a guy that I just passed that I didn't even see, when I was playing the game, and I'm just dying now. After going 32-0, I'm now 33-3, and that's bad. I mean, just that fail. I mean, sometimes fails can be funny, but this fail, I mean now it's kind of funny, but it just totally destroyed the game. I mean, I was just like so upset at myself for making that mistake. Even though it's just a video game, I had a lot of fun, but still, I like doing well in everything that I do, even if it is a video game. So it was really upsetting for that to happen. And once again, I'm continuing to die. I'm rushing things too fast. As you see, I'm not being patient. I'm kind of forcing things, and now that's why I'm dying, because my entire game's been thrown off. So my tip, if you're flawless, don't force anything like that. Don't be dumb like me. Please don't. That was bad. So I'm trying to finish this game off. I'm like, oh, why is this game still going on? This game should be over. And unfortunately, things didn't get just trying to clean up the game. And fortunately, I think a couple days ago, my first game when I went online, I played Breach and I went flawless on it. So I'll probably post that game in a couple of days, my flawless gameplay on Breach. So, but this technically, it was flawless to 34-0. Like I said, I didn't want to. The entire game wasn't 34-0, and I didn't want to spoil it. I kind of wanted just to keep it going, but keep you guys surprised. I'm pretty sure maybe I gave it away, but it doesn't matter. It's still a good game, I guess. 39-5. That was the final score with a 34-0 start. So, it's just bad, decision making and trying too hard on my part to be cool, I guess. That's why I killed myself. So keep the game slow, and luckily I was able to regroup myself with that perfect headshot at the end of the game. So 39-5 gameplay. We won the game. That's the only thing that matters to me. So that death 34 or 32-0 doesn't really matter to me so much anymore. It's just a video game. So guys, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for more Call of Duty videos, and mostly videos to help you play better at Call of Duty. Even if you're already a good player, I think my videos can still have value. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It helps me out tremendously. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon.